Hello, and in today's video we are doing my draft 15 squad for the 2020 to 21 season. Now I'm joking, this is actually the 2021 to 22 season, but no, this is not my actual team. This is my differential squad. Now I would have streamed as usual on the computer, but I'm having a lot of technical difficulties. It's being really slow, so I just had to get this video out there. And hope you go on to enjoy it. Smash a like on it and comment down below, have I missed out on any key differentials? Now I've got, I think, a little bit of money in the bank, but we don't mind about that. This is my differential 11. Pickford in goal. I mean, it looks like a good shout off the back of a really nice Euros. And at the end of the day, those Everton fixtures are just so good. You know, to start the season, you can't really ask for much more from a defensive, point of view. Apologies, people, as we just get this up for you. But looking at this, Southampton, Leeds, Brighton, Burnley, Villa and Norwich for the first six. That is really nice. And with Rafa Benitez coming in, from an Everton point of view, he'll hopefully steady the ship. And off the back of such a confident Euros, should have been goalkeeper of the tournament, but he somehow wasn't for some reason. I think he'll be really confident. I think that Everton defence, are going to try and just build from the back, and they'll do well through that. Then I've got Meslier. So I've got two rotating goalkeepers, but I think Meslier is one that's going under the radar because, you look at Leeds' opening fixtures like Manchester United and you think, oh no, it's not worth it. But actually, last season he was one of the best value players in the goalkeeper position, and he's owned by just 5.2%. Man United, okay, fine, but you could play Pickford in this team. And then Everton, Burnley, Liverpool, Newcastle, they're not the worst fixtures in the world. And the great thing about Meslier is he makes so many save points and gets so many bonus points. Rudiger is up there as well. I think Chelsea defence is just so solid. I know their fixture run is really tough, but they can get clean sheets against anyone. And I think Rudiger's probably going to be nailed on. He's got a bit of goal threat, especially if, someone like Thiago Silva isn't in the team. Dunk is, of course, the man for Brighton. He got the goals for them last season. And, Brighton's fixtures are very good. Obviously, Lamptey out injured. That is a problem. But at the end of the day, Sanchez should be fine to play. And I think that Brighton defence, the XG was so good last season. The expected clean sheets was very good. I think they're going to kind of finally get those results and get those clean sheets. And Dunk at 5 million is a bit of a differential pick. Tierney as well, got so much attacking threat. Now we can rotate with those Arsenal assets because obviously game week 2 and 3, you're not going to fancy a Arsenal defender, but certainly match day 1, the attacking threat, the chance of a clean sheet with Brentford coming into the Prem, and we're not knowing how they're going to get on. So he certainly looks like a nice little option at 5 million. Ait-Nouri as well, so much attacking potential. We'll wait to see if he plays, but that's the flexibility of a back five like that. You don't have to play Ait-Nouri every week, but certainly so attacking. And game week 4 onwards, those fixtures really do swing. And then Matt Targett. I mean, Matt Targett's got great fixtures to start the season. Such an attacking fullback. He loves a set piece or two. And at the end of the day, even without Grealish, I think that, Villa are going to score a lot of goals. And Targett could be the man delivering them. So that is a solid defence in my opinion. Not got any massive names in there, but some really good FPL options, I would say. Then the midfield, Nicolas Pepe. He ended the season so well last time, and at 7.5 million could be a bit of a steal. Now, the problem is, of course, it's Arsenal, and we don't know how well they're going to play, but 3.5% owned, and like I said, those fixtures, there's a little bit of a bad patch, but then if you save him for that Norwich game and bench him the other two, you've got some really nice fixtures after that, and in a North London derby, you never know what could happen. So Pepe looks a really strong option. Riyad Mahrez as well. He's the one that we're looking at. If we can't afford Kevin De Bruyne for game week 2 against Norwich, then Mahrez is a great little differential punt. Now, obviously, he's been playing a lot in pre-season, and that is always nice, but it's the Pep roulette. It's that dreaded headache, once again, that a lot of people just can't be bothered to go down. But Mahrez is just such a great option. He ended last season really well, and he was actually playing a lot of minutes. So I can see Pep continuing to put faith in Mahrez, but it's just with Pep, he can never quite be predicted, especially if they go and sign Harry Kane. Does that mean Sterling moves out to the right and they play someone else on the left-hand side? We don't know. So there's a lot of competition at Man City. Bernardo Silva as well. And I think Mahrez is a very good option if he plays. And 6 million, Harrison looks like a steal. A lot of people are getting Rafinha, obviously, maybe a little bit more goal threat. But at the end of the day, you've got to remember that Harrison was fantastic last season, and it's his first full season after signing on a permanent deal, he's going to really go for it, and saves that million cheaper. But also, most people have got Rafinha, so Harrison can get those green arrows for the differential rank. Bowen as well, I think he ended the season quite well. Obviously, there's the same kind of debate with him and Pepe. Do we know he's going to start every week? No, because Bowen is a bit of a bit part player last season. He was getting subbed off quite early on. You never want to have an FPL player who's getting subbed off on 60 minutes, 58 minutes. That's always an absolute hard one to take. But Bowen still, if he does play, and with that West Ham team pushing to try and not have a one season wonder, Bowen could be really key to that. And 6.5 million, yeah, you'd look at someone like Buendia, but actually West Ham's fixtures aren't that bad when you look at them. Certainly that second game is one you could bench him for. But Palace and Southampton either side of it, I'm having a little bit of that from Jared. And then Harvey Barnes, he had a great season, obviously ruled out with injury last time around, but he's fully fit and firing to go. He got a few, moments of quality in pre-season. I think he's going to go strong again. He usually does start a season well, and I think at 7 million could be a great shout, especially with that match in match week 3 against Norwich. And then the front three is very, very bad, I'll admit, because there aren't too many good premium forwards, or at least exciting forwards, for less than 10% ownership. That's what all of these players are. And Roberto Firmino is obviously one that divides a lot of opinion. He's not one that I would pick in a normal FPL team, but just for the purposes of this video, you kind of have to put it, because at the end of the day, he's got great fixtures. There's still that shout between him or Jota. So Firmino will play, the odd game. And I still feel like he's still, for a differential pick, a pick that you could go for. But obviously, Edinson Cavani, Calvert-Lewin, and someone like Patrick Bamford look more valuable right now. But for a differential player, then go for Firmino, because at the end of the day, he can be explosive. He's one of those frustrating players, but on his day could be good. Rodrigo as well, I think he's going under the radar because of the hype about Bamford, but you got to remember he ended the season really, really well last time. Of course, there's a bit of a headache because we don't know who's going to play between those two. But I still think at a differential, ownership, Rodrigo could be really, really nice. Let's see how he kind of gets involved in that Leeds team. I certainly think they will kind of play in a similar way, so not too much will go out the drain. And as you can see there on the right-hand side, Che Adams, it's going to be a big season for him. Can he do what he did last season, or can he surpass it? Now with Danny Ings leaving the club, I think there's a void there for him to fill, and you feel like he's going to take on that responsibility. And Southampton obviously are a bit of a worry because they've just lost their talisman, but at the end of the day, Che Adams showed lots of glimpses of good stuff last season, and I think at 7 million, a lot of 7 million forwards are going to get overlooked, and that could be at your peril. So Che Adams to start the season, obviously, they're not the best of fixtures, Man United in game week 2, but he can score against anyone, I reckon, and certainly that Newcastle fixture could be really, really juicy. So thanks for watching my differential 11, or differential 15, I should say, for the FPL season 21 to 22. As I said, apologies for the streaming, but I just had a lot of technical hitches. But we will be back with the streaming, of course, on the 8th of August, and that will be our match day 1, game week 1 team selection watch along. If you've not already gone over to the scheduled video to turn on that notification bell, get the reminder for it, and tune into that. That should be obviously so good for the first video of the FPL preview season. Thanks for watching, and I shall see you in the next one on FPL Yellow Army. You've been legends. I'll see you next time.